Alright, also, what do you guys think of my new playmat? I think it's pretty dope. Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my first One Piece deck profile with my favorite leader, Rob Lucci. And yeah, I finally got most of this deck built. I'm still missing a few cards, but I'll show you what I'm running to date. Here is the leader, Rob Lucci. He's a 5,000 attacker, 5 life. When attacking, trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. Give one of your opponent's characters -1 cost during this turn. So this is a control black deck. And I love this art. It's great art. So that's our leader, Rob. I have 1 Suyu. And then I have 4 Spandam. This is a Searcher, 1,000 counter, 2,000 1 cost. Alright, getting into our 2 costs now. I have 3 Monkey D. Garp, mainly because this is a 2k counter. It can also KO an opponent's character with a cost of 0, so mainly it's a 2k counter, and I'm still trying to figure out if I want to replace it with something more, you know, CP9 instead of Navy. But I also have a Sengoku, another 2k counter. Then I have the 1 Helmempo. This is gives an opponent's character a -3 cost during this turn. This is a great play off your Gecko Moria. If this is in your graveyard, you can run it back with Gecko Moria, then, you know, KO an opponent's character. 1 Tashiki. Rest this character, give up to one of your opponent's characters -2. And this is a 2k counter. So I'm looking to replace some of these Navy cards, but this is, you know, a really good 2k counter in black. I have 1 Spandine, 1k counter, but on play, place 3 cards of the type including CP from the trash to the bottom of your deck. Then you may play 1 character with CP with a cost of 4 from your trash rested. And I have the 1 Kobe. Obviously, a few of these cards will be replaced with Brook. Brook is kind of expensive right now, so I'm slowly buying them. But yeah, Kobe's pretty good. You may rest him and then KO up to one of your opponent's characters the cost of 2 less. So you can pretty much use your leader effect to minus something, then other minus effects in the deck, and just play him and turn him sideways and KO whatever you need. And one of my best characters in the deck is the Rob Lucci. So this is a 4 cost, 6,000. On play, you may place 3 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. Then you KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. And also one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less. So this is a 2 for 1. So yeah, knowing when and how to play this is pretty much the whole theme of the deck, is knowing when to play these effects to get the most out of the value out of them. And I love this art, so yeah. And it's a fairly inexpensive card at the moment, so I got really happy about that. My 1 Borsellino. I just like it's a blocker, gains 1,000 power and cannot be KO'd by effects on the opponent's turn. So, and worst comes to shove, it's a 1,000 counter. Second most important blocker in the deck, well, yeah, probably second most important card in the deck is the Rebecca. So on play, add up to 1 black character with a cost of 3 to 7 other than Rebecca from your trash to your hand. Then you may play 1 black character with a cost of 3 or less from your hand rested. So this is another amazing recurable card, just recurable blockers. I have 2 Kuzans. On play, draw a card when attacking, give an opponent's character -4. I'm really surprised I don't see a lot of Rob Lucci lists running this. I don't know why, because this is amazing reoccurring effect to give a opponent's character -4. So that's pretty important in my book. Here's another 2K counter, Khalifa. She also has a on-play ability. You draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards. Give an opponent's character -2. So kind of help your hand and fix your hand, and 2K counter. Then I have the 1/4 cost 2K counter, Kaku. He's on play, put some cards, 2 cards per CP from your trash to the bottom of your deck, give an opponent's character -3. So I have one of those. Next up I have 2 of the 5 cost Kaku, 1K counter, on play, place 2 cards with a type CP from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order, KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. So this is another on play KO effect. It's a 6,000 power, which is pretty good. I do run 2 of the Who's Who. This is a trigger. That's pretty cool, but it's a 2,000 counter, and you may trash 1 card from your hand to KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. On play effect there. I have 1 Hina, a blocker. On block, select one of your opponent's characters, cost 6 or less. Selected character cannot attack, and then worst comes to shove, it is a 1K counter. I run 2 of the 6,000, the 5-drop 6,000 Lucci. On play, place 3 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck. Then an opponent trashes a card from their hand, and you may put a card from their trash on the bottom of their deck. So this is good in like against other black decks, because you can put their Rebekahs or whatever their targets are in their graveyard for their Gecko Morias. You can put those on the bottom of their deck, and it's a 1K counter. I run 2 of these Sabos. This is another character I'm not sure why Lucci's aren't running, because it's a good blocker. Then on play, none of your characters can be KO'd by effects. You also draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards. So this is another card that's kind of expensive, but I think it's pretty important for black decks. Rob Lucci, on play, you may place 2 cards with a type including CP from your trash to the bottom of your deck, and then this has Rush, and I love the art. So Rush characters are pretty important. And then, you know, it's the type Jack. This character is amazing. He costs character gains +4 cost, so he's really hard to kill by black effects. You may arrest this character, then you draw a card, trash a card, then you KO up to one of your opponent's characters that costs 3 or less. A 7-drop 8K, so this is a great removal. Awesome card. And then this is interesting. I only run 1 Sabo. This is another on play. Trash a card from your hand to KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less, and also KO another one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. So this is like a overpowered Rob Lucci. But I only have 1 of these in the deck, and it's an 8 cost. You know, it doesn't have any counters, so yeah, that's why there's only 1. Next up, we have a slight change. I only have 3 of these, so I run 3 Gecko Morias, and then like my other 8-drop is this Sabo. I might change this for another Gecko Moria. I do like removal though, so I mean, we'll see. But I do like removing things. I'm kind of mean like that. But this card is pretty much in every black deck. It's probably the main reason to play black. On play, choose a character with a cost of 4 or less, and 1 character with a cost of 2 or less from your trash. Play 1 from your hand, just regular, then the other rested. So you get this character and you get 2 other characters from your graveyard. So this is crazy. So this is like 14, you know, like a 14 cost value on 1 card. As long as you get this on play effect. I mean, if you're against Blackbeard, then it's kind of like not as cool, but for the most part, it's awesome. And I played the 1 Stussy. 9 cost, 9K. On play, trash a card from your hand, KO up to one of your opponent's characters. So it doesn't matter what their cost is, you just KO anything you want. Love the art. CP, so. And then our last 9-drop is the Kaido. Activate main once per turn. You may trash one card from your hand. If this character was played this turn, trash up to one of your opponent's characters, cost of 7 or less. Then your opponent trashes a card from their hand. So this kind of gets around Blackbeard because it's an activated main ability. So it's not like an on-play ability. So kind of important in this deck against Blackbeard. And finally, we have our events. I have 3 Ice Ages. Main, give one of your opponent's characters -5 cost for only 1 Dawn. And then the trigger ability, KO one of your opponent's characters, cost of 3 or less, so great card. And then I have 3 Tempest Kicks. This is draw a card, then if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, give one of your opponent's characters a -3 cost during the turn. For 1 Dawn with the trigger, KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. And folks, that is my Rob Lucci deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll probably be posting more gameplay videos. Try to post one every week, probably on Saturday because I play Friday nights. So until then, adios.